potential in years to come Heisman runner. Because he can run, but it's not his tendency, which is something different for Ohio, because Ohio has been doing the Urban Meyer play action and running with our quarterbacks, but this dude can sling it.
What I've seen from the comparisons are J.T. Barrett, who can throw with better field vision.
Yeah, that's basically
and
what it is.
And better pocket awareness.
And his accuracy. J.T. Barrett's, his biggest Achilles heel was he wasn't accurate. He could throw it really far, throw it really hard. He'll get it in the area.
I don't understand J.T. Barrett. He can bomb it down the field. He can do the quick little dump-offs. But you ask him to throw 10 yards, he can't do it.
Nope. Because, again, it's going to go somewhere in the area of the wide receiver, but you better hope he makes a move for it.
You're like, oh, an 18-yard pass out of J.T. Barrett? Oh, it was to Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. Understand.
Yep. No, that was him. But Haskins can actually throw. So, but right now, yeah, most seasoned, most qualified, or like actually experienced, it has to be McSorley.
It has to.
I mean, Hornibrook's also not the go-to on their offense. But then again, Wisconsin is known for being that we're going to run the ball down your throat type team.
Yeah, and like I said, you got Lewerke in Michigan State. You got Shea Patterson at Michigan, transferred from, what's that shitty school in the South? Ole Miss. That explains so many schools.
Yeah.
What's that shitty school in the South?
Well, you're going to have to be more specific.
Yeah, Alabama. But anyways, so there are decent-ish quarterbacks in the Big Ten, but Trace McSorley at this point has to be the top entering the season. Running back out of Northwestern, Jeremy Larkin, if you think losing, what was his name? Jackson. If you think losing Jackson for Northwestern was going to be killer, this guy is going to be better.
It's one of the reasons I drafted him. I knew that Northwestern has been recruiting a stable of running backs for a while. And again, they're very similar in the way that Wisconsin operates in, you know what, we aren't going to air the ball out a ton, but we're going to control the clock and the tempo of this game.
Exactly.
Which plays well for running backs, too. So
right. Another running back that you need to watch out for, Greg Bell from Nebraska. He's going to be a monster. Probably going to be one of the best running backs in the nation at the end of the season. So watch out for him. Juwan Johnson, wide receiver out of Penn State. How are you going to make up for losing Deshaun Hamilton? Well, you got to go to the guy who can catch pretty much anything thrown to him, and that's Juwan Johnson. That's why I drafted him. Not because he was Penn State, but because the guy, like, we were talking about Josh Gordon. You throw it near him, he's going to catch it. Juwan Johnson's the same kind of thing. Just he doesn't get the same looks because you had Mike Gesicki, you had Saquon Barkley, you had Deshaun Hamilton, Saeed Blacknall. So you had a ton of players at Penn State that would come before him. But now it's going to be his team. So, well, Trace McSorley's team. He's going to be the wide receiver to watch out for. Then we move on to some little-known quarterback out of, that Suckeye State, Dwayne Haskins. We already talked about him. Do we have anything more to say about Dwayne Haskins?
No, I want to see him play and play out. We'll find out on September 1st.
No, we won't. We're not going to find out until he gets to the Big Ten.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, they're playing Oregon State. They're not playing in the Citadel, okay?
They're the same thing. Oregon State
really.
is like the worst team in college football.
That's debatable.
Colorado State beat them by 42 last year.
UTEP still exists.
UTEP would beat Oregon State.
I don't know about that.
I am very positive.
No.
Rutgers would beat Oregon State.
No.
Yes.
No.
I am confident.
Rutgers couldn't beat their practice squad.
I mean, Ray Rice beat his girlfriend.
They would tie. 0-0.
Are you laughing at my horrible joke or Tony's tie 0-0? Because mine was pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
I liked yours.
It's a little,
Thank you.
It's a little dark.
Thank you. It is. Speaking of dark horse for Conference Player of the Year in the Big Ten goes to Ohio State running back J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins is very good. I actually really wanted to pick J.K. Dobbins. I forget which one of you
Wasn't me.
swiped him up.
Wasn't me.
Was not I. Who did
It had to have been somebody in front of me it was somebody after. I don't know.
It was either someone before me or someone after
I
me.
don't remember how.
There was no in between.
I was hoping he was going to fall, and he just
Genius
barely
commentary.
did. He just barely didn't. But he had a really good year for them last year. But he wasn't the focal point, and if they make him the focal point, which they may have to do to alleviate some pressure off Haskins, he could be in for a big year.
I think he's going to be anyways. Because in order to set up a passing game, you have to have a running game.
Right, in Ohio State, and he is their back. I mean, that there's no two ways about it. He was last year, and he has the explosive ability and capability to break off a run and change a game.
Unless you have some freak freshman that I'm not aware of.
Not that I know of.
No. Oh, man. So, prediction time, we already said who we think is going to actually win the Big Ten. But for me, the prediction is Wisconsin beats Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
I think it's going to be Ohio State over Wisconsin.
Okay.
But, again, I'm also hoping.
You said Penn State,
Yeah.
and who do you think they're going to beat?
Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Or
I was going to say.
Wisconsin.
Whatever that other W one is.
Washington. Dan O'Shea, you said Ohio State. You think they're going to beat Wisconsin?
Yeah.
So we all believe Wisconsin's going to be in the...
I'm going Northwestern! No.
They could.
They could. They're actually one of the only teams that possibly could be there. But I just... Wisconsin has too good of a team, not to mention it's a team that has... I mean, it's a team that has a lot of people that have been playing for a long time together.
Seriously?
That's hard to overlook, especially in college, where the turnover is so often that when you get a group of guys who've been playing together for 3, potentially 4 years, that's rare.
Isn't this like Alex Hornibrook's like 11th season?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like a med student.
Like, yeah. How many more years of eligibility does Hornibrook have? Well, he's going to law school, so we got him for another 4.
I don't know. He redshirted. He played every game. I don't know, man.
Well, he did transfer to Wisconsin and didn't have to sit.
Well, that helps him, yeah.
So, I don't
But
know.
it feels like he's been there forever.
Forever. Seriously. And he's not even that good.
I mean,
He's trash.
he is a player that's not going to lose you a game, but he's also not going to be the one you want to have if you need him to win it.
No, he will lose you games. He did it. But the only reason
Yeah, but he's a good game manager, is what I'm saying. For the most part, he suffices for what you need.
the reason he is okay as a quarterback is because oh shit, they're not running? Damn, they got us.
And then maybe he'll have a flash of brilliance when he gets to the NFL, because that's what happened to Russell Wilson.
No, Russell Wilson was good at both NC
Russell
State
Wilson
and Wisconsin.
was not nearly that good. He went late in the draft.
He went 3rd round, I thought.
Still.
Excuse me. Anyways,
That being said, somehow Russell Wilson is on the Ring of Honor at NC State because he left.
seriously.
I swear to God, I looked it up. He's on the Ring of Honor.
It's
I don't
ridiculous.
understand.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
Why-
you guys chose another quarterback over him, and he decided to leave for Wisconsin. Yet you're like, yeah, we should still have him on there because he won a Super Bowl.
Who was that quarterback? Was that Taylor Martinez?
It might have been. I don't know.
Because he went to Nebraska. He left to go to Nebraska.
Yeah, it didn't work out for them. I know that.
Yeah. Anyways, so Big Ten is awesome. Next week we're going to talk about the shitty Eastern Conference. And that will conclude our college football breakdown of the conferences.
It will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got to do them last.
Yeah, because even though you and I disagree, last season they were the best conference. They had both teams in the national championship were from their conference.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah, that worked out real well.
it did. It did.
Actually, it did make for a pretty good game.
Really quickly, Tua Tagovailoa. I just want to talk about him for a second. Everyone talks about his heroics in the national championship game and him winning the national championship game. Is anyone forgetting that he had like the biggest loss in the history of college football playoffs? The play just before he lost like 27 yards.
Yeah, but you also... Yeah,
And
because...
then had to like send up a prayer.
Well, the funny thing is we were watching that, and my friend Dave, as he sees the pass get connected, he goes, you go and do that, and then you totally redeem yourself. He's like, because before that, it was awful.
Right. It was so bad. He just ran around like a damn chicken.
Yep, and then
Got crushed
Got
by
dragged
Roquan
around.
Smith, and then he just launches a prayer, and somehow the Hawaiian finds God.
Yep, in some way.
Oh man, must have prayed to the volcanoes just before the game.
I don't know what that was, but
Oh
good
man.
for him, I guess. I could give him a starting role now.
Yeah,
Although,
well, it's still a battle technically.
we'll see how that works out.
And I love how like he's the favorite to win the Heisman. He hasn't even been named starter yet.
Yeah, seriously, pump the brakes. I can think of a couple of other people before him.
Seriously. Seriously. He hasn't played a full college football game.
You could make a better argument for the kid
Jalen
out of
Hurts.
West Virginia
Oh, Will Greer?
or
No, I can't make a...
Stanford.
Yeah, Bryce Love, yes.
Like, there's like,
He's my
why are we looking at a guy who, like, again, pump the brakes. Everybody thought Cordell Jones was going to be the starter next year. Yeah, he wasn't. Okay, relax.
Yeah. So that concludes the Big Ten. So we have, like always, This Week in Sports History.
Okay.
And I think this one is kind of interesting until you hear the full thing. Then it's kind of annoying.
Well, when you say it like that, you're not doing a great job selling it.
I know, but
Okay.
I
Don't be a
thought
car
it was,
salesman.
I thought it was interesting. Yeah, this car is great, except it doesn't have an engine.
This car is beautiful. You see that? That is a nice shine to it. Beautiful color. The problem is
623,000 miles.
the engine is making a noise, and I can't figure out what it is.
And I can't find the engine. It's somewhere.
So that might be a problem later. I don't really know.
Anyways, so on August 23rd, 1883, the Philadelphia Phillies make 27 errors against Providence.
Wow.
Okay.
Here's where the stat comes kind of strange. Back then, wild pitches, walks, and pass balls all counted as errors prior to 1888.
Huh. That actually is interesting just because of the fact that they used to consider those things errors. Like, a walk's an error? Like, you come down here and fucking do this. Like, you think I'm going to strike everyone out. This isn't 27 up, 27 down. Knock it off. This isn't the Little League World Series. Grow up.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Can we
great
do that
stat.
shout out to the kid from Long Island? Pitched a perfect game in the regionals to get the New York team into the College World Series.
No.
Yeah, he pitched a perfect game in the
I'm not saying I
regional
don't believe
championship.
you. I'm saying no. We don't give any shout-outs to Long Island.
Well, I have no problems when it's children because they haven't
That's a good
fully,
point.
They haven't
Damn
fully
it.
learned that they need to be assholes to everyone else.
Damn it, Tony, you're right. Congrats, man. Congrats, kid.
I'm still rooting for them. It's a New York team in the Little League World Series. Sure, they're children. I can't hate you yet. I'm sure that in 6 years, when you graduate and inevitably come up to Albany, I'm going to think that you suck when I see you out. But until then, best of luck to you.
I think the player we all gotta really appreciate is Big Al. Hi, my name is Al. My friends call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Oh, the Dinger Kid is great. He's fantastic. Have you seen some of the things?
Hasn't he hit like 2 walk-off home runs in the Little League
Yeah,
World Series?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's another kid, and I don't know if their team's still in it. It might have been from Long Island. But they do like the little cheeky facts about the kids in the little
Yeah,
screen.
the one, that, whatever Sin, his favorite actor was the porn star.
I didn't see that one,
He
but that's
does.
great. There was another kid who said Secret has a crush